Hi there, Jason Renshaw here from EnglishITutor.com, and this is the next in my series of TOEFL iBT tutorials. This is actually tutorial number 41, so there are a lot now. There are certainly a lot. And I'm going to look at the independent essay in the TOEFL writing section, and in particular I'm going to apply this to the topic that I have in Test 2 in TOEFL Writing Mentor. And I'm going to talk about the importance of outlining, that when you get your topic in the independent task, that you have a look at the topic. It will ask you to agree or disagree with a proposition of some sort or a statement, and one of the things I try to teach my students is to make an outline immediately. As soon as you've got the topic, to quickly think about it and then make an outline. So I'm going to demonstrate to you what I mean by that. So let's have a quick look at our topic. Do you agree or disagree with the following? It is better to have one or two close friends than to have a large number of casual acquaintances. Use specific reasons and details to support your answer. So a pretty standard sort of format for the independent writing task in TOEFL. So what I try to teach my students is, you've got this topic. Now, do you agree or disagree? And instead of thinking really deeply about it, just decide which argument is easier to argue, and then quickly start making an outline. So, personally, I agree that it is better to have one or two close friends. So I've just stated my position in response to this topic. Then I type into my screen my first argument or my first reason for agreeing. To begin with, I find I only really have time for a couple of friends. Then I go on to my next reason, my next idea, and I type that into my screen. In addition to the time issue, I think you can only truly rely on a limited number of close friends. And then a third reason, and beyond available time and reliability, I personally feel that too many casual acquaintances are rather unfulfilling. And just to tie up my outline for a conclusion, so to sum up, I'm more inclined to have just a couple of close friends than a large network of casual acquaintances. So what I have now is an outline, and basically I have just thought my way through this topic. I've decided whether I agree or I disagree, and instead of just writing a note, I've actually written it out as a sentence, and this is going to become the heart of my introduction later. Personally, I agree that it is better to have one or two close friends. Then I've come up with 3 reasons to support my position. To begin with, I find I only really have time for a couple of friends. I think you can only truly rely on a limited number of close friends. That's my second reason. And I personally feel that too many casual acquaintances are rather unfulfilling. So I've got my 3 reasons there, and I've just typed them out separately, and then I've just summed them up in a concluding statement. So to sum up, I'm more inclined to have just a couple of close friends. Now, what I have now is an outline, and the great thing about this is now I can concentrate on filling out these body paragraphs. I can explain what I mean, I can support them with examples from my own experience, and I can try to develop each one of those paragraphs. Now, if I run out of time in my writing, at least I actually have a basic introduction and a basic conclusion, and that's all you really need for the TOEFL. Actually, you can fill them out and make them a little bit more complicated and a little bit more articulate, but as long as you've got a statement saying your position and a statement summing up things, the really important thing is to develop your body paragraphs. Now, something else you'll notice I've written to begin with, to show that this is going to be my first reason. Then, in addition to the time issue. Now, I mentioned time in my first argument, and then I've said in addition to the time issue. That is going to make my essay more cohesive. And again here, and beyond available time and reliability, my third body paragraph is being linked to the previous 2, so there's a lot of cohesion there. So that's how to make a good outline.